Hello there everyone, GrimmChorizo here, and welcome to Wrestling Roundup, the show where I give you this week's wrestling news, rumors, and recap. So let's go back to Monday Night Raw and look at a few results. Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins fought to a double countout. Shawn Michaels stood in the corner of Big Cass along with Enzo Amore as he fought Jinder Mahal with Rusev and Lana in his corner, and he gave a super kick to Rusev. Really, the segment before the match was kind of cringy because Shawn Michaels is just not really that funny anymore. But Rusev was hilarious. The Undertaker announced that he is entering the Royal Rumble match. And in the main event of Raw, Chris Jericho pinned Roman Reigns in a 2-on-1 handicap match, Jericho and Owens versus Roman Reigns, to become the new United States Champion. Over on Smackdown, Dean Ambrose hosted the Ambrose Asylum with The Miz and Maurice. Maurice went to smack Dean Ambrose, but he ducked and she ended up smacking The Miz. Ooh. Dolph Ziggler, fresh off his heel turn, suffered a loss from Kalisto, but then beat the hell out of Kalisto and then Apollo Crews with a chair. American Alpha retained the SmackDown Tag Team titles against Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. After the match, there was dissension between Harper, Bray, and Orton, so things are definitely getting interesting for the Wyatt family. It was announced that next week, Becky Lynch will take on Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Women's title inside a steel cage match. And in the main event of SmackDown, John Cena defeated Baron Corbin. This week I'm going to give the win to SmackDown. I really loved the American Alpha vs. Wyatt family match. I'm liking the development there. I don't want the Wyatt family to break up or anything, but I'm liking the story development there. John Cena and Baron Corbin was a okay match. John Cena kind of just beat him clean. I figured that there would be a DQ or countout or something to protect Baron Corbin, but I don't think that he's all that hurt by the loss. And I like that they're going to do a steel cage match next week for the women's title. I think that is awesome, and it makes sense based on their storyline. Raw wasn't bad. I'm happy that Chris Jericho is the champion, but outside of that, there wasn't a whole lot that I loved. I mean, it was cool to see Undertaker and cool to see Shawn Michaels, I guess, but other than Jericho winning the title, Raw didn't do too much for me. It was announced that at the Royal Rumble, Neville will challenge Rich Swann for the Cruiserweight Championship. And The Undertaker, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, and Dolph Ziggler have now all entered the Royal Rumble match. NXT Takeover San Antonio is coming up, and the matches that have been announced so far are Shinsuke Nakamura vs. Bobby Roode for the NXT Championship, DIY defending the NXT Tag Team titles against the Authors of Pain, and Asuka defending the NXT Women's Championship against Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, and Nikki Cross in a Fatal 4-Way match. It was also revealed that one of the NXT Takeover San Antonio theme songs is Square Hammer by Ghost. Now, Ghost is one of my all-time favorite bands. I love them, and I'm very happy that they're being featured here on NXT, merging two of my favorite things, one of my favorite bands with one of my favorite wrestling shows, so I think that's awesome. Really happy for Ghost, and it's nice that NXT uses good music. I mean, last year they used Baby Metal, another one of my favorite bands. Just awesome. It was announced this week that WrestleMania 34 next year will take place in New Orleans. So speaking of WrestleMania, around this time, WrestleMania rumors are just flying around. It's the road to WrestleMania, so, they're writing stuff, they're changing stuff, they're coming up with their matches. A rumor going around is that Undertaker vs. John Cena has been taken off the board and is not going to happen at WrestleMania 33. I certainly still hope that it does, but rumor is that it is off, and that Undertaker will be challenging someone on the Raw brand that is not holding a title and is not Braun Strowman. So, not sure about that. Also, it's rumored that there's going to be 6 to 7 main event level singles matches. I like the sound of that, but I guess we're really going to have to see there. And another rumor is that Samoa Joe is supposed to be featured in one of those big matches. I could definitely see it happening. I could see him debuting as soon as the Royal Rumble. So we're just going to have to see, but I certainly hope that WrestleMania 33 is much better than WrestleMania 32. So thanks for watching this week's episode of Wrestling Roundup. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next week. See you later.